So much media, so little time. Who keeps track of it all? That would be me. This is Bob Andelman, and this is the Mr. Media Interview, broadcast and recorded live on blogtalkradio.com from the new media and baseball capital of the world, St. Petersburg, Florida. Hell's Kitchen is one of those reality cooking shows that, while you're watching it, you're wondering, what the hell were they thinking? I love the show and haven't missed many episodes over its 5 seasons to date. It's a total train wreck, though, and, well, who can't resist peeking at one of those? Joining me this morning is Charlie, the third contestant to whom Chef Gordon Ramsay has uttered the fateful words, "Take off your jacket." Charlie, welcome to Mr. Media.
How's it going?
Good. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm just getting up and getting around, getting ready to go to work.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because I wanted to start with a little background. Can you tell us a little bit about your cooking experience prior to being on Hell's Kitchen?
Prior to being on Hell's Kitchen, the job that I had when I went on the show, I still retain. The executive chef of Suarez Catering. Prior to that, I worked for 3.5, almost 4 years at the House of Blues, various House of Blues. I was in Atlantic City. I was in San Diego. I was here. And prior to that, I was in Portland, Oregon, where I went to culinary school.
Oh, so you certainly had the experience to be in that spotlight.
Yeah, I've paid my dues, I think. I spent a lot of time up and down the Strip here in Las Vegas and various other states, and I've got almost 10 years. And like I say, I started. I was a dishwasher while I was going to culinary school, and I was a dishwasher in Oklahoma prior to culinary school. So I really started at the bottom, and it's taken me this long to get to the top.
Well, I got to ask you. I mean, you're the third guy to get the boot. What went wrong for you? Do you think?
You know, I don't think Ramsay caught me in my element. There's so many things that I'm good at, and there's so many talents that I have. And like the first night, I was on the dessert station, which we got shut down by the time appetizers went out. So you didn't get to see anything that I did. I didn't do anything. All I did was prep, and then I kind of stood there and then tried to help out. And then the second night, really didn't see too much of me again. I don't think that I fit TV. They're looking for a certain type of entertainment. There's certain values and properties that you should have for good entertainment on a television show, and that's not really what I was looking
Charlie?
to do. Yes, I was on. I was looking to cook, and so I was kind of in the corner doing.
Charlie, where are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost you for a minute there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well, let me. There was an issue. I think there were 2 issues that cost you in the show that aired last night. The first had to do with shrimp, and here's a little. For those who missed it, here's a little audio of Charlie and the shrimp.
Giovanni, yeah? You happy? Yeah? Hey,
Oh,
Robert.
Chef.
Happy?
Not happy at all, Chef.
Pathetic. Nothing is going out. What are you actually doing, Seth?
I'm filleting the filet mignon, Chef.
Why is it not coming out? Let's go, come on. How long, Giovanni?
I got 2 minutes, Chef.
I'm waiting on you, Charlie, come on.
I gotta recook another one. He ain't gonna let that one fly. That's 30 seconds old.
So tell me, now I understand what you're saying about maybe not being, a good fit for TV, but what happened with the shrimp with you last night?
Well, what actually happened was, Giovanni's got the protein on there, and I've got the shrimp, and we're trying to coordinate this time. We're trying to get the same thing to the same plate, or different things to the same plate, I should say, at the same time. And originally he had sold this item, and it wasn't ready yet. So the shrimp that I had cooked, that was perfect, was ready to rock and roll. The steak that was going with it wasn't ready. So I had to refire the shrimp because he had to finish cooking the steak, and then he continued cooking the same piece of meat, and I had to start the shrimp over again because there was no way to hold them, so they were cold. So I had to start cooking new shrimp, a timing thing, and it was just one of them quirks that happens. It really wasn't, to my recollection, it really wasn't even like that lengthy of a time. It's just Ramsey. He's constantly in your face and constantly on something, and you could be running 7-minute check times, and it's just not good enough for him. He does not care. He wants it, and he wants it fast, and he wants it now, and sometimes it's just, it can't be done, and I think he knows that, but, it's a TV show. There's got to be heightened drama, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
there's always that constant, how fast can you do it? How much quicker can you get it to me? So I think that's what it is. I think that's kind of what taught me.
And Charlie, in fairness, you weren't the only experienced chef who had issues last night. I mean, Giovanni, the quote-unquote steakhouse chef, couldn't seem to cook a steak properly. How did he live through the episode, and you got kicked? That's kind of that's an issue that I brought up the night that I was getting kicked off. Was, wait a minute now. I mean, we were following you on the fact that you are the executive chef of a steakhouse, and we kind of thought that was our ace in the hole, I guess. And you kind of hear the girls kind of talk about it like, what, we've been punished twice now. This is an easy dinner, but let's not let us think about it like that. Let's make sure we pay attention. And I think that we just kind of dropped the ball on our side. Maybe I don't even want to say as a whole. I think that kind of pressure builds on somebody too. I think that Giovanni just had a lot of pressure on him, and then things happen. And like I say, Ramsey's, where is my, I want this. But, you're asking for a 12-ounce piece of meat to be cooked in 7 minutes to mid-well. That's not going to happen. I mean, unless I put a weight on it, or it's just not going to properly happen. So I think that kind of happens a lot too. You're trying to cram all them people into this little 2-hour window, and you just get nailed at one time, and Ramsey just starts, I want this and I want that, and it gets really overwhelming. Now, I'm curious, because I was going to ask you about the producers on the show, but really, you're really, it sounds like Ramsey really is engineering everything that's happening in that kitchen. It's not like there's producers whispering in your ear or telling him, pump it up. It sounds like he really is behind everything that's happening.
Oh, absolutely. And really, you don't even really see the producers very much at all. It's from the time you wake up, when they wake you up 6 o'clock in the morning, you're with, he's got two sous chefs, Scott and I can't remember the woman's name for the life of me. It's early here. But they take care of making sure that we prep things to, Ramsey's expectations. I mean, he's not there all day long because, obviously he's got other things to do, but he's got two chefs to make sure we do our thing. And then from dinner service on, he really is right there, and he's very hands-on about that. And there's no pause and stop, and it's live cooking. It's dinner service, and it's crazy. It's balls to the walls, and that really is what it is.
Now, Charlie, before we run out of time, I have one other clip. This is you as a waiter.
Oh, my God. Charlie is giving his customers more than they bargained for.
And I will clean up this mess for you. I'm so sorry.
Charlie, what is this? It's quite embarrassing.
I know it is. I'll fix it.
Did you apologize?
I did. I apologized thoroughly, and I've got.
Can you remove this with your crumbler?
I am right now. I felt like a total when I dumped bacon all over this poor woman. I am so terribly apologetic. It was on the table, and it was in their water, and it was a catastrophe. Terribly sorry.
With
now that was something I don't think we can lay at Chef Ramsey's feet.
No, you know what? And that's the thing that I keep telling myself is I lost a cooking show because I couldn't wait tables. And that to me is horrible. It's horrible. I still can't wrap my head around it, but I'm not bitter about it. It was a good experience, and I'm doing the radio now, and it's been a really wild, and I'm grateful for the whole thing. So I can't complain too much, but it comes down to I lost a cooking show on waiting tables.
Well, we're going to run out of time, so I just want to say, folks, you can catch Chef Gordon Ramsay, and the remaining chefs on the hit reality cooking show, Hell's Kitchen, which has a new episode on Fox every Thursday at 9 p.m. You can also catch episodes you miss or highlights at fox.com/Hell's Kitchen. And Charlie, thank you so much for joining us today on Mr. Media.
Hey, not a problem. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye-bye. And for more food-related interviews, you can surf over to our main website, www.mrmedia.com. It's MrMedia.com, where you can listen to my earlier conversations with the editors of Cooking Light and Eat.com, as well as Gail Simmons, an editor from Top Chef, an editor from Food and Wine, and who appears on Top Chef, and many more. Please think about writing an online review of Mr. Media, casting a vote for Mr. Media, or marking Mr. Media as one of your favorites, whether you listen on Blog Talk Radio, digitaljournal.com, Podcast Pickle, Vox, Folio, Mediafly, Podfeed.net, Blueberry, Zencast, Odeo, or iTunes. Subscribe to Mr. Media on iTunes, and you'll never miss a show. Just search Mr. Media interviews from within iTunes and podcast or podcasting, and subscribe for free. You can also subscribe to the Mr. Media blog on the Amazon Kindle Reader. That's the ebook reader. Finally, you can always listen with a piece of string in a tin can in many locations. If you've got an idea for a guest, email me directly at bob@andelman, ANDELMAN.com. You can also follow me on Facebook or on Twitter, www.twitter.com/Andelman. Thank you so much for joining us today. I always appreciate when you give up a piece of your day to spend it with us.